What's up, guys? Pokémon here, and you know it's a serious talk when I'm not wearing a hat. Trying to see if I have one laying around here. Actually, I always have a hat on, but this is going to be a serious talk. This is going to be a big talk. All right, now this one right here, it's going to deal with PSA. I've made a ton of videos on PSA, guys. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched these, even if you don't like my content, you can't stand my voice, you think I'm uglier in camera than I'm in person. Seriously, check out my PSA video here. eBay, right here with GameStop. Not a PSA one. I would do it though. And TCG controls the market. Then PSA is king. I would check these videos out, guys, because I'm telling you this information is crazy. Now, a few things here, guys. Pokemon Soda, like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by the channel. Now, we're going to talk about PSA. I'm going to keep this thing below 10 minutes because I just start going on rants and I have to just keep it locked in. Now, PSA right now is going through a lot of different stuff. Okay, a lot of different allegations. There's some scandals and stuff going on with certs being switched when they're graded a 9. PSA buys it back. It's the buyback scandal. And then PSA sells it a 10. Doesn't change a certain number, which you think they just changed a certain number because they control the market. Now, let's take a look at the gem rates. Okay. This is gemrate.com. PSA graded as of yesterday. There's about 100,000 of them. And still, look at tag. Tag's creeping up there, guys. 83% increase. Does this mean anything? No, it doesn't mean anything. Okay. The reason people are going to tag right now, and I'll explain it to you on the next few, windows all open. I still wouldn't go with tag. That's just me. I wouldn't do it. Now, this is PSA. This is the website. I'm a collector's club member or whatever. Over here, I wish I wouldn't have covered it up. It says total graded. Okay. So you can do is go through the years. TCG cars, you go through the years. Now, when you go through here, you'll see 2026, there's been 111,000 of these cards graded. Now, if we go to the gem one, it says trailing 30-day grades, recent pace for 26.7 million items graded. Okay. Now, this just isn't TCG. This is across the board. Okay. This is the thing I have to really get, drill home for everybody. Now, look at this. In 25, there was about 5 million TCG cards that were graded. This is according to PSA. Now, if you look at that and you say, well, these numbers just don't quite match up, to me, it looks like they're grading way more than that. Right here, it looks like there's, 376,000 done the prior day. In the prior 30 days, we had 1.3 million. So that means if that's the case with TCG cards, wouldn't they be grading way more? I don't know how to tell you guys this any clearer. PSA is a private company. So that means their information can be skewed. They don't get audited. Okay? It doesn't matter. I can tell you I have a collection worth $500 million. I'm not getting audited. You have to take my word for it. Okay? PSA is the same way. They have all these gem rates and stuff like that. When you click on them, guys, when you go to PSA and research, you go to pop reports. I mean, PSA is probably a security thing because they probably know I'm onto them. But the thing is, with these cards that are being graded, this right here is going through how many PSA, CGC, Beckett, Tag, and SGC are having graded. Okay. This right here is the PSA pop reports. You can go through here and check any of this stuff. I mean, I think we can type in Charizard and it should give us something. Oh, gosh. I'm telling you, like, the PSA site to do is, it's incredible. It's so terrible. TCG, we'll just type in Charizard. Okay. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't stand the site. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that PSA, whatever statistics they put on the website right here are their statistics. They don't mean shit. They could skew anything. You know how it says there are how many gray felt hat Pikachus? Like there's 50,000 graded into 10 or something. That is what they have on here, guys. We don't have any proof of that. They can put those numbers up there all they want. For all we know, there could be 500,000 of these Pikachus graded. There could be 10,000 of them. Because when you sure as hell look on eBay, TCG player, there's not very many of those pop up. So that means either people are holding on to them, or there's maybe not that many to begin with. Or maybe there's a ton more and PSA is just lying. They're skewing the number down. Now, if I was PSA and I was running the company, I would focus on low pop stuff all the time. Okay. I would, if someone sent in like a, I don't even know, something from Diamond and Pearl and they grade it, we don't know that they're changing the pop report, guys. We have no idea. On a low pop, you might be able to see it a little bit because you'll be like, oh, there's 4 in a PSA 10. And I just got a PSA 10 back, so there should be 5 now. So, yeah, I can see those pop reports, they got to stay somewhat consistent maybe. But again, they don't get audited. They're a private company. Okay. Now the big scandal, of course, this one was on Athlon Sports on Yahoo Sports right here. This is the PSA buyback scandal breakdown. Basically, what it's doing is it was saying, "Hey, we got your cards back. You got a 9 on all these. You want to sell them back to us? We'll give you a hell of a deal." And you're like, "Yeah, sure." And then they go back and regrade them. There's people can say that's illegal. It's not. It's scummy. And PSA, again, private company, they can do whatever the hell they want. They can charge whatever they want. Okay. So that's one of the things I want to get across to everybody. PSA is its own company, its own entity. They can charge what they want. They can do what they want. It doesn't matter. Now, the other thing is, too, PSA times are being extended out. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, that's kind of shitty. I have some stuff sent to PSA. It's going to take longer to get. Yeah. During COVID, it used to be $10 a submission. Then it went to 13. Then it went to 15, 20, 25. This is nothing new, guys. When they upped it to 25, that's what we were paying. And then eventually, what did they do during COVID? They got rid of bulk submissions. No value bulk. They limited to the number of cards you can send in. Right now, the word on the street is PSA is going to get rid of bulk submissions until they get their backlog filled up. Now, think about it, okay? Think about all the whales that are in this industry. If they have a bunch of cards that they're charging them $399 or whatever for to get graded, if it takes them the same amount of time to grade a card that's worth $200 or one that's worth 10,000, they're taking the 10,000 ones. They're going to grade them because they can upcharge those people. They make more bang for their buck. And according to a couple people, which if you get a chance, I would listen to this guy right here. Boston Card Hunter. This dude right here, that's a bad picture of him. I got to mute that and get it off that. There, that's better when he's smiling. Check this video. The card world turned upside down this week. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and click that and get that link going too. I'm going to put a link below with my description here. This guy right here, he talks about it. Does an amazing job talking about it. And he agrees with a ton of the same stuff that I have been saying, guys. Okay? PSA is not regulated. They can do whatever they want. They can have as many 10s out there as they want, as many 9s out there as they want. It doesn't matter because it's their hobby. You don't have to like it. It's just the truth. PSA runs the hobby, okay? They they do everything. You have to go through PSA for everything, guys. I don't even, and the thing is, it's like a false equivalency is what PSA is because we don't know their grading standards. They spend 15 to like 30 seconds per card. That's what we've heard from people that said they worked there. Again, I don't know if they did. And the other thing is PSA allegedly is not having night workers right now. They used to run kind of a pretty tight ship where they're like, hey, we're going to run almost 24 hours, have people grading all the time. They quit doing it. They haven't done it for quite a while. And I watched a video that just said they're not even working on Saturday and Sundays a lot of the time anymore, which I don't think that's 100% true. I don't think they are on Sundays, but Saturdays, I still think they are because when you go to gemray.com, it'll show Saturday numbers that are on there. Now, with this all being said, PSA is like, you know what? We're going to devote $200 million and build a new facility, hire some more people. And everybody's like, yay. It doesn't mean shit, guys. It's all a facade. It's just a tax write-off is all it is because PSA probably is a $1.5 billion industry a year. So they're spending like, I mean, come on, like a seventh of their total revenue for the year on building some more stuff to make it better for the people. Give me a break. It's so crazy. Imagine if PSA had two-week turnaround time. Hell, 4-week turnaround time. If they got stuff in, got it churned and burned and put it out there, think about the hobby it'd be like. you'd have an influx of cards that are out there that are being graded, which would help the hobby as a whole because you wouldn't drive all this demand for a certain card because there's just not enough copies out there. PSA is playing the long game with this longer than they should. And I'm telling you, if you want to do a PSA bulk submission, then you need to get it sent in right now. PSA prices, they're not going down. Okay, not anytime soon. They haven't ran a special forever. They used to run specials. It'd be like 2 weeks. It'd be like, hey, grading card prices go from 20 or 19.99. Now they're going to be 17.99. It was nice when they did it, but they haven't done it forever. Okay, so those are two things right there. I get a bulk submission in right now if you can, and the prices they're not going anywhere. Okay, if you send in the PSA right now, that's number 3. You're not getting it back till 2027. That's I'm telling you, their backlog's so freaking far, it's insane. Okay, now bulk submissions, they're going out the window until they catch up. They already did it in Japan. Okay, PSA has multiple places around the world. They've already done it in Japan. They don't do bulk submissions anymore, and that's a legend. I've heard it. I know Boston Card Hunter talked about it too, and then I think I read a Reddit post on it. I know Reddit, of course, but I'm telling you guys, PSA right now, if you want to get cards in, you want to make that money, here's what you're going to do. Now, a prediction I'm going to have, they're going to have to ride out 2026 by getting rid of bulk submission. It is what it is. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Now, for Chaos Rising, those Greninjas, whoever can get those sent in and get them graded the fastest, I think you're going to be in a pretty good spot because those things are going to come back in a Gem 10. I think they're going to be worth heavy money. I think that Chaos Rising Greninja will be a $400 to $500 card off the rip. Okay. Now, as for Perfect Order, the Meowth, it's like a $1,200 to $1,300 card in a PSA 10 right now. For anybody that has those in submission right now that are getting graded, I think you're going to make a huge profit on those. Okay. Because if bulk submission decreases, I just don't see those cards getting graded very often. Ascended Heroes, same type deal. I don't think you're going to have a lot of Ascended Heroes get back in a long time. So it is what it is. But this is my short video, guys. Check out Boston Card Hunter. This dude just does an amazing job. He's got a bunch of different videos. And I'm telling you, I'm a huge person that talks about PSA type stuff all the time. This guy does a lot of sports card stuff. More sports cards than it is for Pokemon, of course. But with this TCG player, or not TCG player, but with his PSA info that he has, it doesn't matter if it's sports or TCG. But he's got some great videos out there and stuff like that. I definitely check it out. And like always, guys, I'm Pokepasoda. Like and subscribe. Got 325 wonderful subs. That's awesome. Thank you very much. And as always, guys, remember, catch them all.